Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic of your writing section, that is debate writing. So you all might have seen many debates in the TV channels, and in your schools even you might have seen the debate competitions even, in which you all have seen that one student or one candidate speaks for the motion on the topic, and on the same topic another candidate speaks on against the motion. So that is called the debate, and both the candidates, they just support the views which they express. Okay, so now let us see what actually debate writing is. So, a debate is a formal contest of argumentation in which two opposing teams defend and attack a given proposition. It is a persuasive manner of speaking with the aim of converting the view of another person or an audience to your own point of view. In this speech, the speaker speaks either for or against the issue being discussed. As I have told you that on the same topic, one candidate speaks for the motion and other candidate speaks against the motion, but both of them try to convince the audience, the listeners, with their point of views. So that is called the debate writing. Now let us see the format for debate. So first of all, the salutation. So in the salutation, first of all, address the jury and the audience properly. Then introduction, begin with a quotation, a question or interesting statistics. Then stating the stand, means make your stand very clear for the very beginning. Means either you are speaking on for the motion or against the motion, clear it at first. Then main points, highlight the main points very empathetically. Then develop points, substantiate them with relevant examples, statistics, etc. Means whatever points you have taken to put forth in front of the audience. So you just make it very clear with the help of some examples, some statistics, etc. Then in the end, conclusion, state your opinion or view in the concluding lines to emphasize your stand on the issue. Then open by addressing the audience with chairperson, member of jury and dear friends, or begin with a simple good morning ladies and gentlemen. Then begin the first paragraph by making your stand clear, that is, mention the motion tabled before the house is, and state whether you are speaking strongly in favor of or firmly against the issue. After that, develop 3 to 4 good points in support of your stand and negate at least 2 points of your opponent. Means you have to cut off or you have to stand against the main 2 points of your opponent. Then try to give a strong example with your best point. And language structures should be specific to a debate. Then at least one point could be built up by asking a series of questions for more effective presentation. For example, instead of making a statement such as classroom teaching methods even today are often mundane and boring, it would be more effective if the point was conveyed thus: in today's technology driven world, may I ask why classroom teaching methods are still so mundane and boring? So, in this manner, the question can be raised to the audience in your debate. And then, in the end, conclude your strongest point and reiterate with your stand once again. Use a quotation if possible in the end also. Now, let's take an example of the debate so that you will understand it in a better manner. So, first of all, we will talk for the motion. So, we will start our debate like this. Good morning, honorable judges, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I am here on the dais to deliver my views on mobile phone and its advantages. Shakespeare has very wisely said, "There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." So, similarly, mobile phones in themselves are neither good nor bad. However, how we use them makes them good or bad. I strongly feel that mobile phones have no lowered active social life. On the contrary, they have made our social life more active. You must be wondering, I am kidding. No, I am not. Let me prove it. The IT revolution has made the internet network so fast and easily accessible. As a result, we are using WhatsApp, Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, Instagram, etc. more often, sharing our latest whereabouts regularly, daily, or hourly. We wish our friends, relatives good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night almost daily using picture messages or videos. Was social life ever so active in the past? We send, receive invitations, news, and one another's views through these socializing applications. What will you call this exchange of information? Is it lower active social life or heightened active social life? Mobile phones have made our life so easy and full of comforts. Everything is available online now. Our mobile phones have become our e wallets, e books, e payments, e files, e folders, etc. Our mobile phones are connected with our Aadhaar card, bank account, loans, etc. We do our buying and other transactions using our mobile phones. Life without mobile phones almost impossible in the modern times. It is neither addiction nor any distraction. Rather, it is a basic necessity in the contemporary times. Seeing the above mentioned uses of the mobile phones, it is irrational and illogical to say anything negative about mobile phones. As said earlier, they should be used with discretion and precautions. Thank you. So, it was the debate writing on the topic mobile phones and its advantages, and it was on the for the motion. Now let us see against the motion on the same topic. So, it will be starting just like this. Good morning, honorable judges, respected principal, teachers, and my dear friends. Today I am here on the dais to deliver my views on mobile phones and its disadvantages. Shakespeare has very wisely said, "There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." Similarly, mobile phones in themselves are neither good nor bad. However, how we use them makes them good or bad. Mobiles have become a source of major distraction for the students. Young boys and girls seem to have become inordinately addicted to these sites. They are thoughtlessly and uselessly wasting their precious time on these useless sites. The overuse of mobile has posed serious health issues. Radiation caused by microwave waves emitting from network towers as well as mobile phones, eyesight getting affected due to exposure of mobile screen for hours, etc. are some of the health issues. Besides, mobile phones are also responsible for difficulty in concentration, fatigue, headaches, and sleep disturbances that can further trigger health complications. Owing to late night use of mobile phone, the youngsters skim on sleep, which further causes health consequences. This has made them aggressive and irritated. The other major disadvantage of the increasing use of such networking sites is the spread of obscenity. This is having a very negative impact on the impersonable minds of your young children and leading them astray. The parents, teachers, and the government must look into these problems being caused by mobiles and these networking sites and must formulate a strategy either to curb or completely stop its fast growing negative influence on the minds of our youth. Our youth is the future of our nation. We cannot allow this youth to waste their precious time on mobiles doing the Facebook. The same time must be spent on studying, researching, and developing leadership or other life skills. Is our moral duty as well as responsibility to lead our youth on the right path and teach them to make use of these wonderful gadgets to improve themselves only. So, this was against the motion debate writing on the same topic, mobile phones and its disadvantages. So, this is all about debate writing. So, keep in mind the points which I have discussed with you, how to write a debate and how to present it, and what basically debate writing is. So, watch this video again carefully to understand the art of debate writing. Thank you.